Well, good evening. My name is Jomar Hooper, and I'm the proud CEO here at Third Decade. And I'm always happy to talk about Third Decade and hopefully get some excitement going for our program and show folks really what our program is about and get you excited to join our program or to share with your loved ones as well too. Third Decade, we're really excited for our upcoming quarter. We've had a great 2024, and we're excited to experience all that 2025 is going to be for us as well too. So as we begin, I just want to talk a little bit about our mission here at Third Decade. Our mission is to change financial futures forever, starting now. And with that, we were really formed as an organization to really try to address the need in the community of young adults that need to have financial education, coupled with mentoring. We use an equation of time plus knowledge plus behavioral change equals financial success. And we teach all those components here at Third Decade, coupled with guidance from our mentors, in order to be able to reach financial success for our participants. We've been an organization since 2019, and since then we've really grown our program, and we're working to serve as many young adults throughout the country as possible. And we know that there is a significant need for our services here at Third Decade. We know that younger generations are financially struggling more than ever. Some interesting stats that I just want to share with you all. So millennials and Gen Z are going to be the first generations to not make as much as their parents at the same age. Plus, we know that over 50% of these generations are reporting that they're living paycheck to paycheck. And we know that a vast majority are reporting that they're financially illiterate as well too. So Third Decade is really here to kind of bridge that gap. And just to further underscore that, why young folks are struggling, we know that inflation has taken off over these last several years, and the price of goods and services have gone up higher than they traditionally have over recent years. We know housing costs have more than doubled since 2020. We know that social media, there's a range of information, both good and bad, that's out there that's really not really helping, but honestly hindering some of the knowledge base that folks are trying to acquire. And I mentioned that lack of financial education as being something significant that folks are dealing with as well too. So as I mentioned, Third Decade was formed to really figure out how we can get at those problems and get the knowledge and the guidance in the hands of the young adults that need it around our country. So who do we serve in our core program? And I'm going to dive deeper into our programming as well too. So our core program serves young adults ages 18 to 35, and they must make an income individually of less than 75K, or if they're two earner income, less than 150. And our program is 100% free, but we only ask for a couple things. We ask that you have a willingness and ability to start saving, to manage your debt, and to really start and follow a financial plan and financial goals for your life. And number two, just be committed to attending your mentoring sessions with us and attending classes, because we have a really dedicated pool of volunteer mentors. We want to make sure their time is valuable to our participants as well too. So as we step into what our program has three core components. You're going to get 10 hours of virtual classroom education, followed by 2 years of one-on-one financial mentoring from one of our volunteer mentors, followed by a capital investment of $250 into a Roth IRA. I'm going to dive a little deeper into each of these aspects as well, but I just want to highlight one thing I mentioned at the beginning, that 10 hours of virtual classroom education. Our program is 100% virtual, which allows folks to join from all across the country. So what does our educational program look like for the first part of our class? So during the initial 2 months of our 2-year program, you're going to go through our classes. They're going to be 10 hours of financial education broken down into 4 2.5-hour classes. And those classes can either be taken live with our amazing instructor, Megan, or they can be taken asynchronously at your own leisure time during the week of the classes as well too. So we want to make sure we have flexible options that allow anyone to take advantage of Third Decade's classes. So what do we teach? We teach about avoiding and reducing debt. We teach about budgeting. We teach about credit. We teach about investing, all the aspects of investing to get you started with compound interest at an early age. We talk about income taxes, housing, what are the different directions you want to take there, retirement, want to get you started on that journey, insurance, taxes, and many other topics that are not shown here, but many things that we feel that are important for you to know by your third decade of life. So those are the things that we're going to teach you, and those are the things that we want you to understand as you're part of our program. And when we talk about the commitment for our program, So there's going to be 3 quizzes. So a quiz after each class. So you're going to take the class, you're going to have a quiz that's going to be due within the next week. And there's one major assignment that we have a part of our classes. You're going to create and complete a financial profile. So we're going to need to know what is your financial situation? We're going to talk about your debt. We're going to talk about, do you have a budget? We're going to talk about student loans. We're going to talk about all that and create a profile. And this profile is going to allow your mentor to be able to have a great conversation with you once you get to our mentoring session. Last but not least, there's going to be a final exam that's going to be taken after class 4. And then you're going to be able to schedule your discovery meeting with your mentor after you finish our classes. So as I mentioned, our classes take up the first 2 months of the third decade program. Once you're done, you're ready to proceed to meet with your mentor, which is the magic sauce that we think is the big deal for our program. So let's talk more about our mentoring. So our mentoring is a 2-year program. And over those 2 years, there's 3 dedicated meetings that you are going to have with your mentor as a part of third decade. The very first one to start out is going to be our discovery meeting. It's going to be a 2-hour meeting, a very thorough, in-depth meeting where you get to meet your mentor. You and your mentor are going to work on setting goals for yourself. These are going to be goals that you want to do, things that you're going to be able to hold yourself accountable for, and things that are really going to advance you in your financial journey. So you're going to work with your mentor. They're going to help guide you in this area, and you're going to leave that meeting with a financial plan for your life, and you're going to go ahead and try to reach those goals over the next year. Then we're going to come back for your first progress meeting in a year where you're going to revise your plan. You're going to talk about, did you reach your goals? Your mentor is going to help you assess where you're at right now. And then you're going to really ensure that you feel comfortable moving forward with either that plan or a modification of that plan to make sure that everything is moving forward in the direction you feel comfortable with. Then we're going to come back a year later for our final progress meeting with your mentor, where we're going to revise the financial plan, add or change any goals that you have for yourself, check on your progress towards those, and make sure that you feel comfortable and that your financial plan is independently ready for you to move forward in your financial journey. So we're very excited for that last meeting. It means you graduate from third decade, and most of our participants feel like they have a solid plan to move forward after that meeting. So I mentioned that it's 3 meetings over 2 years. You also can reach out to your mentor during that time frame. There will be an opportunity. You'll have their email address, and you can reach out if circumstances change anywhere within those 2 years. So this is the big deal for us, is that mentoring. It really gives you solid financial advice from a financial professional who knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about, and can help guide you to where you need to be. And last but not least is our Roth IRA Jumpstart. So this was important to us because we really want to get young folks jump-started in their savings journey. And 70% of our participants come to us without having a Roth IRA, which we feel is a big part of your diversification for retirement funding. So we want to make sure that there's an opportunity to get people started here, and we provide a free $250 matching Roth IRA to each of our participants who completes our mentoring portion of third decade. So we're excited to continue this, and we want to make sure that our participants take advantage of this opportunity. So in a nutshell, that is our core program at third decade. As I mentioned, you're going to have the 10 hours of virtual education. You're going to have the 3 meetings with your mentor, and you're going to have the Roth IRA Jumpstart. So we've also created some additional opportunities for folks to get into third decade's programming that don't traditionally reach our core criteria, whether that's income or age or different circumstances. So we've created 2 new options, which we're just rolling out for Q1, a little bit for Q4, but for Q1 as well too. We have our new Access project, which is an asynchronous only option for participants with a higher annual income or are a little bit older than third decade's traditional participants. So this allows folks who don't reach third decade's current criteria to still have an option to take our asynchronous classes and also have access to a mentor. So we're excited to roll that out starting Q1 for folks who are interested. And last but not least, this quarter, we've rolled out a Spanish language as well for our participants. We want to be able to serve folks in a language that they feel comfortable with. So all of our curriculum has been translated into Spanish, and we're able to have mentors that are available if folks want to have their mentoring session in Spanish as well too. So those are 2 very exciting options that we are either just rolling out or excited to have in Q1. And more information is about both of those on our website as well. So what does third decade look like today? I mentioned we've been around since 2019, and we've had an amazing journey so far, and the sky's the limit for us to want to serve more and more participants moving forward. So we're accepting applications nationwide. We have participants in over 43 states. We're excited to reach 50 states, hopefully in 2025. And the big deal for us is that we have over 200 active, caring financial mentors that are taking care of our participants and helping them reach the goals that they're setting for themselves. We have about a little over 1,200 current participants somewhere in their 2-year journey with us. And last year we reached the 1,000 alumni mark, and we have over nearly 1,200 alumni who've gone through the Third Decade program. Some of the best days of my time at Third Decade are getting to read the feedback from our alumni about how our program has really had a positive effect on their lives, not just their lives, but the lives of their families as well too. But the big number for us when we talk about metrics is the average change in net worth. Over the 2 years of our program, we see an average change of about $59,000 for all of our participants. And these numbers really carry over that we're seeing positive change across all demographics and across all racial boundaries as well too. So really excited that everybody is having an opportunity to participate in Third Decade and to have an opportunity to grow their net worth. And we're really breaking down barriers, and we're breaking down silos that people have seen in their lives as well too. And a couple other things, our average age is 29, 71% of our participants are women, and the average household income is about $45,000. So we're a growing organization, and we want to get more and more and more young folks into our program moving forward as well. So this is just a little bit of a highlight that I like to show folks. This is some of the feedback that we get from some of our participants. I mentioned that that's the highlight of my quarters, getting this feedback. So I'm just going to read one at the bottom. This program changed my life financially, which has had a positive impact on both me mentally and emotionally. I'm eternally grateful. James, from 2019. These are the stories I hear all the time, and we want to get more and more people in our classes so that they can have these same experiences and see that growth in their net worth as well. So what's next? Now that you know what Third Decade is, and you're going to share it, either sign up or share it with those in your network or your families or your loved ones, the next step is to get them to apply. So our deadline for Q1 is December 18th. So if we get folks in before December 18th, they'll be ready to go at the start of January for our first cohort of the year, which starts in January. We also have another cohort starting in April if that time frame doesn't work. So we have cohorts going every start of every quarter. So there's opportunity for folks to be a part of Third Decade as often as they can, or as soon as they can as well. So in the next quarter, we'll do a quick application review, and then we'll start onboarding participants so that they can start their journey with Third Decade. So again, we want this to be shared far and wide and make sure that folks understand the deadlines, understand how to get into Third Decade, and a lot more information about the application is on our website. Speaking of this, we have a QR code right here, which goes directly to our site and our application page. But we're always around. Our team is more than happy to answer any questions that you have as you go through the process, or if you send folks to us. We're excited to always talk about Third Decade at any point in time. So if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me or my team, and we can really answer any questions that you have. So with that, I just want to open it up if there's any questions from the folks who have joined us. I'm more than happy to answer those questions right now. Great. And again, I mentioned that there's an opportunity. If you don't have any questions now, please feel free to reach out to me or the team, and we can answer any questions that you have as we move forward as well. So with that, I really thank you all for joining us today, learning more about Third Decade, and hopefully we see you at Third Decade. We see you and your loved ones and friends in Third Decade's program moving forward. So thank you all. Take care.